Hi everyone, Bricknut here. Right, I've got a few things I want to talk about in this video, and I've got a couple of LEGO City sets that I just want to show you. In fact, you can see one right there. We'll get to those in a minute. The other things I want to talk about, I've got a little rant that I'm going to leave to the end. And I know I mentioned a few of my plans in the last video, but I can't remember what. So I'm just going to recap that. Because whatever I mentioned, a little has changed. Not a great deal, but a little. So, I'm going to start off with the LEGO sets. You can see one, I've got the mail plane sitting here. I've got the mailbox on the desk somewhere. It's hiding actually. There it is. And the other one, I actually bought that a couple of days ago. The other one I bought today when I was in Sainsbury's, because it was on offer, is this little sort of safari jeep. No idea what the set's called yet, I've not even looked it up. I just saw that, saw it was on offer, and actually took a liking to it straight away. I like the 4x4s that LEGO have produced. Not all of them, there's a couple that I'm not so keen on, that they've come out with over the years, but most of them, including from the 90s and the 80s, I actually quite like, so hopefully I'm going to build that later this evening. Right, next thing. I can't remember if I actually told you this in the last video, so I'm just going to recap that. Basically, I want to move out of this flat into a bungalow. One of the reasons for that is Mum can't manage the stairs to come up and see me and whatnot, because she's got arthritis in her back and stairs are becoming quite a struggle. So it would be nice for her to be able, to come and see me. And she is technically my carer, because for those that may not know, I do have Asperger's syndrome. I was diagnosed with it 6 years ago, and I'm now 36. Pretty certain I was diagnosed when I was 30. And of course I'm diabetic, so she is technically my carer, and of course she can't do a great deal because she can't get up the stairs. So that's one of my motives for moving. The other one is, and this is something my stepdad has pretty much talked me into, is if I could get into a little bungalow somewhere with my own little private garden, I could either put a LEGO City up in the loft, or have a purpose-built shed in the garden to put a LEGO City in there, or even the model railway, or even put the model railway up in the attic, whatever I decide to do. And I actually quite like that. Sorry, I've got an itchy ear. However, I don't want to do that just yet. A lot's been going on. There's a lot I actually can't mention, not yet. Plus there's still a lot of things going on because my mum is going to be moving soon, and I'm going to be very busy at their new place helping out there. Nemo's awake. Hello! You're disturbing me, I'm trying to make a video. Yeah. Go eat your dinner. No, I didn't say dance me back, I said go and eat your dinner. If your water dish needs filling up, come back and get me. Conversation with a cat. Anyway, yeah, with everything that's going to be going on, I've actually decided I'm going to wait until next year before I organise a house exchange like Mum has, or put myself on the market, if you like, for a house exchange, because for those that aren't in the UK, you may not know this, but if you live in the UK and you rent your property through what we call a local housing authority, go away fly, you can do what they call a house exchange. You can exchange with someone else who's renting under the same housing authority, or even a different housing authority. It doesn't have to be the same authority. I'm with one called Victory Housing, as is my mum. That's how she's moving. She's exchanging with someone else into a bungalow, which is more suited for them. Because my stepdad's got his own mobility issues as well. Yeah, so I'm going to push that over till next year. In the meantime, what I've decided to do, because I do want a little city to play around with, up the end of the lounge I've got a very large floor space. Well, I say very large, it's big enough. And what I was actually thinking of doing is just putting a little layout thing on the floor for now. And try and keep it so I can actually get to the windows to open them and close them. But yeah, that's my little plan. So if I just spin you around, what I want to do is basically in that space up there, just build like a little street or something. You know, I want something back in there. And the Lego, because it's currently in storage at Mum's, I'm going to stand all the boxes up there. And everything is going to get sorted. So those tubs that I've got, which are full of unsorted Lego, are going to get sorted. I've got a lot of work ahead of me. That actually brings me on to my rant. When my Lego was taken into storage and taken down to Mum's, I wasn't the one that boxed it up or took it down to storage. And whoever has done that has actually damaged. Well, I've only looked in the top of the boxes, and I don't know if you'll remember this, but I had a blue building about that long, which was like a terrace of shops with apartments on top, which you get quite a lot of here in Britain. And I was trying to replicate that. The upstairs floor is fine. The roof has been broken into bits, and for some reason the ground floor has been broken in half and put in a box. I've only found one half of it so far, and I found a few other things, you know, damaged that really didn't need to be. I found some of the storage drawers I had have actually come apart in the boxes and gone everywhere, so I've got all that to sort out as well. So I'm really not impressed. Lego sets, you know, like this one, getting damaged doesn't bother me. I keep the instructions. You can download the instructions online. I can rebuild it. It's the ones that I've put my own time and effort in that really get to me when someone's, you know, disregarded that. They've clearly broken that ground floor of my building in half intentionally to box it up, because I don't know where the other half is. It's been put in another box somewhere. So I'm really not impressed. And I didn't tape any of the drawers shut, so a lot of them have just gone everywhere where the boxes have been chucked around and whatnot. So when I actually saw that yesterday is when I found that. I can't repeat the words on camera. At least not on this channel. I could if I was doing this video from the other channel, but on this one I'm not going to. Yeah, I was not very happy, and in fact I'm still not feeling very happy. I'm still not quite over it. So what I plan to do is get it all brought back here, and I'll just have to go through each box one at a time. And if there's any drawers that have spilled, and anything that's, the chest of drawers have come apart, I'll have to fix those, sort those first, and get all those containers sorted and stacked where I want them, which I'm hoping is going to go up against the wall where that bollard thing is, up the corner there. That's where I want them. So Nemo's bed, you can see where the torch and the flashy light things are, is going to get moved as well. I'm guessing as he's come back, he wants his water dish filled up, or his food dish. No, he's licking his chops, so he's probably eating. Yeah, so that's the plan there. Once I've got all that done, I'll put together a little city, well I say a little city, a little street scene, down on the floor. But even my fire station's been quite heavily damaged as well in transport. The hospital, however, The front is damaged, but I did that. I know I was the one that did that, so I'm not going to blame them for that one. I could, but I'm not that sort of person. You know, if I've done something, I will own up to that. I'm not going to blame people for things they haven't done. But yeah, that really did annoy me, and I really was upset yesterday. Weren't I, Nemo? I was not a very happy chappy yesterday. Anyway, I will actually be glad to get it back here. You know, with Mum moving, they can't take that with them. They just have not got the storage space yet where they're moving to. So, it's got to come back here either way. But really, I don't want to ruin the way the flat is laid out now. I actually quite like it. But at the same time, I want a little city or something I can play around with, you know, and create something with. I might just build all the buildings from scratch this time. And I may use this as an excuse to rebuild the police station, the fire station and everything. Apart from the hospital, because it's taken me far too long to build that. 3 years and counting. Only because I kept putting it on hold, because I kept putting off buying the parts. Anyway, I'm going to end the video here, I think. So, thanks a lot for watching. I will talk to you all again in the next video. Bye.